where she finished off is where I'm at the moment about reviewing my topic. Last week I did like a bit of my primary research, and the person I was speaking to was talking to me about what it was I wanted to achieve. I tried to explain to him what it was, and he was just saying like, this is a massive topic, like, I showed him the books that I've got out, and he was like, well, the books are like really in depth, and there's lots and lots of areas to it. And I said, like, if you were going to carry out that yourself, you could write like your own book. So that made me think about what I was doing. And actually I think it was too big. Like the topic I picked was like massive.
Is it
Marketing strategy, yeah.
So have you defined it to a specific company or just defined the question?
I've kind of taken it from a high level of strategy to more about branding and how branding is executed, like the process of constructing a brand, all the different layers of it and stuff. And when I was interviewing my mate Nige, who was this marketing strategist for the Bank of America, he was telling me, like, because he used to work for Original Source on the shower gels, he was like their brand manager, and he was just talking to me about like the methods and processes you have to go to construct a brand and put it into like some kind of like diagrammatical form, so I could help read it. And I decided that that's what I want to do instead. Just because it's easier to see. The strategies are like impossible to see, they're all notes, and it's not like a physical thing that you can compare and find it hard to stop it.
So you're doing more like an investigation rather than an audit?
Yeah. I think I'm going to try and tie it to Original Source as well, just because there's a lot more information that I can get to. Because I used to work for them and I've done stuff with them and stuff. So. No, but the brand ethos should be the same, so they can't change. I mean, you still got to go in the same direction because the brand is the brand. So that's what I'm going to do now. An investigation into that, to select a couple of different brands about how they target different markets and stuff. That's what we're talking about.
Why are you covering your mouth?
No, I'm just saying that she's
I thought she
discussed
said
that,
we
not
were supposed to talk
discussed.
about problems and stuff.
Yeah, it was
Alright.
So yeah.
But like a 24-point plan.
24-point plan. It's amazing.
I don't know.
What you could do?
Yeah, it's fine. I think I just need to do more research. You know, like looking at that. Like I think I've found quite a bit of research, then jumped into trying to make my own mind up before I've looked at research enough. So I think I just need to get back to research.
Yeah, I'd probably say that I'm probably like near enough to a similar point where I just need to like just do more research into exactly what I actually want to do and stuff. Because I'm looking at like just like a few brands, because I'm going by like a luxury fashion brand and stuff. So mine is going to sort of like be slightly more like of an audit kind of thing. So I mean, actually I just jump into time over time and wherever it is stuff like that, I just need to see what's going on and see what kind of do and stuff like that. So.
In one brand or in several?
I'm only doing, I think I might do 3 or 4, because basically what I want to do is just like, I want to do like an observation report as to the ongoing, is how they actually treat and engage with customers and things like that, like store layout and things like that. But from that, I also want to do like a website comparison as to what it is exactly they have online, and basically like how they market themselves, and basically how best that actually benefits them, but like, you know, that kind of same methodology can be applied to possibly like high street brands such as like Zara or something, and actually make them more effective and actually give them a better selling point. So,
I'm trying to do that, but from the outside. So I'm obviously looking at window displays, and I'm going to look into to start with kind of your main boutiques, the one that started them off, like the core brands. You've got like Dior, YSL starting the first boutique, things like that, and then comparing it down to like the UK, and then comparing it down to Manchester. And maybe Manchester can learn from it, because obviously you've got Harvey Nicks and Selfridges do really well. But why can't it carry on up Market Street? Like H&M H&M have started to do with influencers from like Stella and stuff like that, but again, I've done primary research in the photos. I just need more of the customer experience because I'm doing the business strategy side compared to the customer experience and how they influence each other.
So you're talking about like, you're talking about location as well as the dress of the
maybe
shop
not
front.
not as such location, but just how the front of the store makes people either want to go in, or it's the perception, the first impression of the store, isn't it? You get it from the window display. Yeah.
Are you doing it specifically for Manchester, did you say?
I'm going to get it down to Manchester, but I'm going to start, obviously then a lot of my pictures are going to be from the internet or if I go anywhere else, you know, so at least in Manchester I can get primary research, and you can get primary research from people saying, oh, how does, you know, would you go into this shop if you looked at the window? Or, you know, are you interested by this shop window, would you stop and have a look? Or, you know,
so what's your, like, prediction that it obviously is hugely important?
And the lower, the cheaper the store is as well, the less effort we put into it, it seems as well. So obviously like Zara and H&M are very similar in what they sell, although Zara's higher end. And if you look at how Zara's window fronts are, and H&M, and I've got pictures of both of them, if you compare them, they're near enough exactly the same, 4 or 5 models in a section. But they're just a lot more creative in Zara and a lot more off the wall.
I suppose like the cheap places, so like, I don't know, like Primark or whatever, they probably don't bother because that's not the purpose for Primark, isn't to be like, wow, look at all them. The purpose is to go in and buy the
It's more like a wholesale kind of thing.
Get what they need to maybe.
Yeah.
For them, it's not on their scale of
And then I'm
importance.
just going to do like controversial displays, and I'm going to maybe look into a little bit of like Halloween and Christmas.
Like All Saints weird stuff, and they have like, and River Island, didn't they have one where the models, they all had heads of like they had like animal heads like really recently. Was it Christmas? Was that maybe that was just a Liverpool one?
With just like balloons on their heads, like balloons covering their faces.
No, it was. I think it was this Christmas, but maybe it was just Liverpool. But every time we walked past, my friends and I, or whoever I was with, would say, and it wasn't even controversial in a good way. It was just.
Well, we've got the All Saints.
And for River Island as well, it's not really edgy, is it? It's nice, but it's just.
But again, that's where they've made a bad decision on what they're doing, I'm guessing. That's where they've made a bad decision on going, alright, we're going to go edgy, we're going to do this. Because you find hard niches, a lot of animals.
Yeah, All Saints kind of works, but.
Happy to do some awesome window displays, Christmas and stuff.
And Westfield in London is amazing for the displays there.
But this is the thing, I don't want to go too much, and then, like I say, can't focus in on anything, so...
Yeah. I had a similar problem with doing the importance of office design, and when I started, I suddenly very quickly realised how many offices there are, and there's no way you can possibly do recommendations for every single office in the world. So I've kind of defined it, but I've just added a chapter at the end where before I do recommendations, I put, you have to define your needs first. And then
you're not doing it in like bundles as well. This is what I'm trying to think. If you're very high-end luxury, you need to portray these key elements. If you're high street, but a little bit higher than high street, so say like your mangoes and stuff like that, you do these key elements. And if you're H&M, New Look, Primark, you do these key elements.
Yeah, I think, I mean, because there's so many, I think if I just do that one section of defining their needs and a structure of how to do that, then they can implement the other recommendations via what they've. What are you doing now?
Mine's about sustainability. So I was going to do a case study on Interface and how they've got a whole sustainable structure and how it works. But I was going to look at how other large corporations might say that they're trying to be sustainable, but how it's not actually being, they're trying, but they're not really trying hard enough considering how much money they've got. They could try a lot harder.
What type of companies, like major?
Yeah, like I wanted to focus on food, because like you go into Asda or whatever, then you'll see a beef packet with like picture of a farm on it, so you just assume that it's nice and they love the cows and stuff, but they're completely misguided.
It's crazy. I mean, you go into like a halal meat and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've got that, and like to show the alternative and how.
There was a programme like this on recently, wasn't there? Where it was saying, it says things like locally.
Yeah.
This is the guy who I look at, Andrew Watts, he did a big project on where it comes from, when you eat it, when it was killed.
And set by dates as well, when they say like the 22nd, but you can technically eat it till you waste so much food with that.
So there was that. Was it in a project? Was it this year or last year? Or in a presentation where innocent smoothies, how they're all like, oh, we're 75% friendly, but then they're owned by Coke.
Yeah.
So you can look into that.
A lot of people don't know what sustainability is as well, which is
it's a green, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's not.
It's not like just simply recycle,
Yeah.
which is what just scratching the surface.
I just need some primary research.
That big project I did on IKEA first year was good because they have like their own, they're literally like in their own little world, like they source their wood from their own forestry and then they plant them back in again.
Really?
I mean, like, you can look at that company that Fiona was talking about, actually, like a carpet company.
Yeah, Interface,
Yeah,
that's what I
that's
did the case study on. But I was a bit like, I'm doing the case study on Interface, which is about carpets, but then I want to actually focus on food. So I don't know if that's too
Just do
much.
it as a small one, yeah.
Well, it's just something like, I don't know, you're interested in, like, how far,
And it'd be quite interesting to find out, because we had this conversation yesterday, we went to the supermarket to our food shop, and you know the section which is meant to be all very like organic,
Yeah.
there's one called the Food Doctor, which is, I bought a few things from it and it's really expensive, and I always wonder how good it actually is. You know, it says it's organic and it's all been
Yeah, that's right.
really good. I actually wonder, because maybe it really is, and maybe they're really sustainable, so that might be a good
It's
company to
just like is kind of the medicine side of it as well, because some people pay ridiculous amounts of money, don't they, to take that doctor pill.
Yeah.
It is. Whereas you can just go and get a box of paracetamol, can't you, from wherever for 20p or whatever. It's just another something maybe if you don't maybe want to go into food, but you want to go into something specific.
Yeah.
Okay, all had a good chat? Good, okay. I'll stop this.